Hello and welcome to this episode of Laker Nation. I'm one of your hosts, Wyatt Pelnis.
And I'm Katrina Shaughness.
Congratulations to our new CNAs, our own Chase Lang, as well as Caitlin Decker and Emma Gutierrez, went through rigorous training and testing to have earned their CNA license.
Hi, and welcome to Middle School News. I'm Morgan Hintz. In sports, on January 23rd, the gymnasts had meet against Watertown, Dassel Cokato, Delano, and New London Spicer. On our team, Gracie Fretheim and Jenna Pelnis placed. Also, on January 23rd, the 7th grade boys basketball team played Rockford area. They won with a score of 48-33. On the 24th, the C Squad girls team played Kimball area and lost with a score of 29-35. Today, the gymnasts will have a meet against Maple Lake. On February 2nd, the boys 7th and 8th grade teams have a game against Kimball area. Also, on the 2nd, the C Squad girls will be playing Eden Valley Watkins. Then, on the 4th, the junior high wrestlers have a tournament. A couple of weeks ago, the 8th graders received a letter that they had to bring home to their parents about registering for classes. Their course selection officially began last Wednesday when they watched the presentation. On February 2nd, all 8th graders are invited to go to the auditorium to get registered for their classes. 8th graders and their parents should bring their registration guides and forms to the auditorium with them. If they are unable to attend, parents are encouraged to email the guidance office to set up an appointment to register their child. On January 30th, the 5th graders will be taking a field trip to Orchestra Hall. They'll be leaving at 8:30 and coming back at about 1 o'clock. There was a spelling bee on January 17th. 14 students participated in spelling words during 6th hour. Congratulations to Sarah Kruger for getting 2nd place and Lahib Nasiri for winning 1st place. The two of them will be going on to regionals. I had a chance to talk to Mrs. Granum, the person who set up the spelling bee. Let's go on to that. I'm here with Mrs. Granum. She is the coordinator for the spelling bee. Thank you for your time, Ms. Granum.
You're absolutely welcome.
So how did you narrow it down to 14 people?
We decided that it would work best for the school to have our language arts teachers conduct classroom spelling bees, and then each of their spelling bees had 1 or 2 winners, and those were the students that went on to the district bee.
Where are the 2 winners going?
The 2 winners will be going to the regional spelling bee. That will be taking place on Wednesday, February 8th. It's in Sartell at the Resources Training Facility. And there will be 2 different sections to the regional meet. So the first section is 27 students from other districts, and then the second afternoon session is another 27 students. And that's including the 2 that we will be bringing. So they'll be going up against 27 other kids from multiple schools in the region.
So, like, if they win that and keep winning overall,
if they win
at the
that,
end, where will they go?
Yes, if they win that, then they move on to the multi-regional state spelling bee, which I believe is in, I cannot remember the town name offhand. And then after that one, if they win the regional spelling bee or the multi-regional spelling bee, then they move on to the Scripps National Spelling Bee, and that is the one that is televised in DC.
Wow. So overall, how do you think it went?
Overall, I feel like for the first year, we did a pretty good job. I had a lot of help from a lot of wonderful staff in the building, and the students seemed to enjoy themselves. We did run into a few glitches with miking that, making sure that the students who are participating next year can hear what the announcer is saying. That is something that I will make sure happens in the future if we do continue with the spelling bee.
So speaking of continuing with the spelling bee, are we going to do this annually?
Good question. I think that it's something that Howard Lake Waverly Winstead should do annually. It is so much fun. It opens up great activity for kids who might not participate in something like art or other areas of the school, or maybe they're not great at sports, but now they have their little niche in the world and they're really good at spelling. So I think that we should keep doing it every year. I think it's great for our district.
Thank you for answering these questions.
You're welcome.
Congratulations to all participants of the Spelling Bee.
This week in Laker News. Today, the Drama Club is hosting the 4A subsection one-act competition and will be held in the high school auditorium. One-act plays are 35 minutes or less and are judged on several things, including technical elements, educational value, and overall effectiveness. The schools competing with us here are ACGC, Minneapolis Fair High School, Maple Lake, NYA, and Trinity. There is no admission, but will be concessions. Come for one show or stay for all 6.
U-books are also on sale now. Please check your student email accounts for a message from Mr. Smith regarding how to purchase. Sales will stop March 15th and cannot be extended.
The volleyball team continues to sell soft bleacher seats, cushions as a fundraiser. For information, please contact Brooke Decker or Kelsey Hogue.
And our second annual Sadie's Hawkins Dance will be held February 11th from 8 to 11 p.m. Tickets are $10 per person for pre-sale and $12 at the door. Pre-sale tickets will be available starting on February 3rd during lunch. Concessions will be available during the duration of the dance.
In sports, starting with boys basketball, the Laker boys had 2 games this past week in which they won both. Coming up this week, they will play Painesville at home on Tuesday, January 31st, and then travel the long distance to Piers on Friday, February 3rd. Both games starting at 7:15.
And now in girls basketball. The girls had 2 games, which resulted in 1 win and 1 loss. This week, they traveled to Eden Valley Watkins on Thursday, February 2nd. This game also begins at 7:15 p.m.
In gymnastics had a home meet against Becker on Friday the 20th and traveled to Little Falls on Friday the 27th. Coming up this week, the team has a meet against Rush City with Pine City, Hinckley, Finlayson on Friday, February 3rd at home, starting at 6 p.m.
And now in wrestling. Coming out of a busy week last week for the wrestling team, they were successful in their meet against Minneapolis Roosevelt. Great job, wrestlers. On Friday, February 3rd, they compete at home in a tri-meet against Eden Valley Watkins and Glencoe Silver Lake, starting at 5 o'clock p.m.
And now for some more interesting news and fun facts, let's see what Katrina has for us this week.
Hi, and welcome back to World News. This week, we're going to be taking things a little closer to home before really moving out and beyond. So let's get started. Late last week, in a terrifying twist of events, a pickup truck driven by Cody Scott Peck failed to stop for a school bus with its stop arm extended and struck 3 students while they were getting off. The Rogers High School students have been identified as Greta Jensen, Beckett Olson, and Ian Arena. The Rogers Police Department has disclosed that while the incident was not deadly, it very well could have been. The students have been admitted to Hennepin County Medical Center in Minneapolis and are in critical condition as of late Thursday. As a public service announcement to all drivers out there, please drive safely and abide road regulations. Despite this dangerous and terrifying event, science continues to progress, as does its discoveries. An article posted by National Geographic confirmed that a new species of crab has been found, and as a tribute to all the Harry Potter fans out there, the little guy has been named the Harryplix severus. This wild-looking creature can be found along the coast of Guam in the western Pacific Ocean. They mainly stay in deep rubble beds or patches of dead coral fragments and spend their days hiding in shadows and looking pale, just like half of the student body. As some of you may know, and many others had no idea about, the NASA space program has been disbanded after almost 30 years of exploring the cosmos. But that was roughly 5 years ago. So what's next for NASA? Well, after the 5-year hiatus, scientists have revealed that NASA's biggest rocket to date aims for a test flight sometime in 2017. The Space Launch System, or SLS, is designed to carry astronauts further into the solar system than ever before. It seems like our favorite space cadets are really planning on shooting for the stars with this one, and we can't wait to see the results. So that does it for this episode. If you have any ideas for facts you want to see in this segment, don't come up to me in the hallway and tell me about it because that's really weird and I probably don't know you.
And that does it for this episode. Reminder, if you have any show ideas or questions, please email us at klkr@HLWWschools.org. Then head over to our Facebook page and YouTube channel to give us a like and subscribe. Again, I'm Wyatt Pelnis.
And I'm Katrina Shaughness. Thanks for watching.
Now, catch us later, cause you
Gotta get your mom.
gotta get your mom.
Gotta get your mom.
Hypothermia is caused by being in cold temperatures unprepared. Hypothermia can onset in as little as 20 minutes. Normally, muscles in the body keep it warm, and when faced with cold temperatures, the body attempts to regulate its temperature by shivering, which is the first symptom of hypothermia. One of the deadliest implications of hypothermia is when the body stops shivering. Other symptoms may include pale, cold skin, shallow or rapid breathing, slurred speech, exhaustion, confusion, loss of coordination, and in severe cases, unconsciousness. There are three major categories of hypothermia. Mild hypothermia is when the body temperature is between 95 and 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Normal human body temperature is 98.6. Moderate hypothermia onsets between 90 and 82 degrees, and a body temperature less than 82 can signify severe hypothermia. In the event someone is subject to hypothermia, one of the most important things to do is call for help. Also remove their wet clothing and protect the person from the wind and the cold. Slowly rewarm the person, offer warm liquids, and take the person's temperature regularly.